Right, folks, the boxing last night. Did you see it? Now, I didn't see it all. I believe the early bout with the British lad, the Scouser, was absolutely fantastic. Was it Smith? I think it was. I believe it was a great fight. Missed that. I only watched it. I don't watch as much boxing anymore, as I've said to you in the past, because I don't think it's what it was. And a case in point will be the next fight, to be honest with you, I'm going to mention now. I watched it in the main because I wanted to see this. Is it Martin Bacoli? I'd heard a lot about him, a hell of a lot. I knew very little. And I wanted to see him. And I thought, for all he wasn't favourite for the fight, and he took it at absolutely short notice, based on what I'd heard, I thought he'd probably win. Anyway, as the fight's going on, and it didn't go on for that long, it looks like he probably will. And then he gets knocked out by a punch, and I'm thinking, I can't believe that. The punch is like a punch on the top of his head, but not down, glancing the top of his head, and I'm thinking, why would that make him... Have I missed that? What would that make him go down? Now, my first thing is, I'm thinking, has he took a dive? And I thought, he can't have done. The way he went down. And it took about 40 or 50 seconds till they shone the replay. And again, in slow motion, you thought, why would that punch send him down? But then you see him fall and you realise he's completely gone. Completely. There's no dive there at all. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I couldn't believe what I saw. Now, as I say, I know he's not probably match fit. I know he took it at a day and a half, 2 days' notice. I know he flew overnight and only got in late that night, early the next morning. But I thought there'd be more. But my main thought on him was, I thought, yeah, he's a big lad. He's really big. They say he's gone overweight. His hand speed was great for such a big man. He's hitting you from underneath and everywhere else, uppercuts and everything, to the body and to the chin. Some unusual punches there, and with speed of punch and certainly with power. But I'm thinking to myself, for all you carry a bit of timber, can you not dance around a bit, move a bit? I mean, I've never seen a man so slow on his feet in my whole life. I thought to myself, if this is the future, I mean, I was still expecting him to win based on the first round and what I'd heard and read about him. But I'm thinking, if you'd have been around in the days of, never mind Ali, who could dance like nobody else, but Frazier and your Foreman's the same kind of boxer. Not as quick on his feet, a big fella, a massive puncher, but he was much quicker on his feet than that. He had a lot more nous and more guile than that, and I thought, God, the heavyweight division has gone backwards since the glory days. There's no doubt about that. Anyway, he gets beat, and I thought, well, I can watch him again, and he'll probably be better with a full 12-week training in him. But he is weighty, and he is 31. I didn't realize he was that old, and I thought, well, he might win a world title, but he's never going to be a world beater. But my interest was on the BIVOL fight. I really wanted to watch that, and I did because I seen the first fight. I happened to see the first fight, and I was in the camp of BIVOL. I thought he won. I thought he won that first fight. I thought it was unfair that he didn't get the decision, although I know it was close. And I watched it last night, and I'm thinking, based on what I saw, I didn't think he was going to get it again. But again, I thought he'd won, and I thought he deserved it. And I thought he deserved it because he's coming up against a really top puncher, a guy that's never been beaten, that normally takes people out, often very early, but can take them out any time during the course of the fight. We knew he'd be more ready for the fight this time, and he did lay some good glove. But I just thought as the fight started, the other fella, and we got to the middle of rounds, the other fella might be too strong for him and might take BIVOL out, and he didn't. But for everything that I didn't like about Bacoli, I loved with BIVOL. His footwork, it was fantastic. But what I loved was he had the guard there all the way through, and he respected the other man. He knew he was a puncher. He knew he had to keep him out. So it's not easy to do 10, 12 rounds with the guard up all the way through. You normally get tired, your hands do drop, and you start to get tagged. But BIVOL never did. His guard was there all the way through. He's on his feet all the way through. When the other guy's trying to get him on the ropes, he was turning him. He tried to keep the centre ring all the time, and I thought it was a wonderful display. In boxing, it was a real boxing display, but more so a boxing display from a guy that knows the other guy's got the power, and he can't chance being hit because he could be taken out at any time. I thought it was great. But I thought because the other guy landed some of the bigger blows and the telling blows and whatever else, I thought they're just going to give it to him again. I didn't expect BIVOL to get it, but I thought he deserved it. I was over the moon when he got it. I know it sets it up for the fight 3, but I was over the moon. Absolutely over the moon for him. Thought it was a great fight. If BIVOL had had the punch of the other guy, then you're talking about one of the greatest boxers we've ever seen. He'd be up there with the world greats. For all he's only been beaten once, I think, I don't think we'll have him up there in 10, 20, 30 years' time, because I think he needs that extra bit to his armoury. But as a defensive boxer who can also get on the front foot and rack up points, I thought it was a great, great display. and he's really good, really polished. I think he'll win the next fight as well now, because I think the other guy's hit him with all he's got, and I think this BIVOL realised what he had to do last night to keep him at bay, and I think he can do it again. And as I think somebody said, he's the other guy getting to about 40 now, I think he is. Keep saying the other guy, so I'll get his name wrong. But no, great fight, really enjoyed it. For someone that doesn't watch as much boxing as he used to, really enjoyed it, really classy. Great boxing match, great fight boxing match. Where am I getting that from? No such thing. Great match, great fight, great fight.